Hey guys, so this morning Brawlhalla officially released the Kung Fu Panda crossover, the full reveal, so that included the skins, the weapons, the signatures, and the KO effect. So today in this video I'm going to be going over the skins themselves, which we've already seen before, as well as the weapon skins. So starting off we have Po, who's replicating Wu Shang. Here is his spear, which is a bamboo stick. And he also has his gauntlets, which are called hand wraps. It's basically his fists that are wrapped up in bandages. Here is the lock-in animation for him. You can see he throws away his bowl of dumplings that he was eating, then he puts his leg up and the bowl hits him in the head. And we also have Tigress, who is mirroring Asuri with katars and sword. Here is her katars, they're like a ring with knives on the end kind of thing. And then we also have the Sword of Heroes, which I talked about in a previous video before the release. Now her lock-in animation looks like this. She does some cool kung fu movements and then fixes a stance. Next up we have Tai Lung, who is mirroring Mordex with scythe and gauntlets. This is what it looks like when you're selecting him. Here is his scythe skin, the chi stopper. Then we also have the chaw gum cuffs, which I think might be from the first movie when he's in prison. I can't quite remember, but you can see his hands are covered in metal. Then also the character lock-in animation is also from when he's in the prison. It's got him breaking out, which is really cool. So now let's get into the Sigs. This is the Asuri neutral Sig on katars. Here's it slowed down and here's it hitting. So it has a cool jump cloud with a bunch of petals, the katars light up, and then you have a fierce red sort of signature animation. And next up we have her katar side sig, which features Monkey with a stick who pushes her up and along, which is really cool. Here is it in slow motion, and I don't think it changes for hitting, so it's pretty cool. And now for the down sig, it's a pretty simple one. We just have some slashes of red. Looks pretty cool. Here's it in slow motion. Also, if you guys haven't noticed, the map that they were playing on is called Spirit Realm, which is the new map. And this is what it looks like. Looks really sick. That's what it looks like full screened out. Has a really nice background. And going back to Tigress, here we have her sword neutral sig. You can see if she holds it down, we have a nice red slash and also the petals on the jump cloud. Pretty beautiful, but nothing too crazy. Here's it in slow motion. Next up we have a side sig, which is pretty similar as well, just the red slash. Here it is in slow-mo. It's pretty cool, but once again nothing too crazy. And last but not least we have her down sig, where Viper comes out and helps her swing and slash. It also has the petals and the red signature slashes as we saw before. Here it is in slow motion to give you guys a better view. It is very cool sig. I like this one a lot. And that is all for Tigress. Next up we have Po. This is his gauntlet down sig. You can see he gets a hat, which is really cool. This is here in slow motion. He also has some of the petals, which is really nice touch. A lot of people asking where Master Oogway is. I'm hoping that it will come in a surprise podium or something like that. But I think with the petals and all the signature, that's the kind of way of him being there with not really being there. Alright, next up we have his gauntlet side sig. This is what it looks like when it doesn't hit, and this is what it looks like when it does hit. We can see Cranes has the same hat as Kung Fu Panda, which is really cool. Cranes helps lifting him up and hits into it. This is what it looks like in slow motion on hit. And this one is actually really cool. And now last but not least, we have Po's gauntlet neutral sig. So Mantis goes next to him, he lifts him up and spins Po around. It is really cool. This is what it looks like in slow motion. So next up we have Po's Sigs. Here is his neutral sig on the spear. You can see it just glows and has the petals. This is what it looks like in slow motion. Looks pretty cool. Next up we have Po's side sig on the spear, which has also the nice little glow and the petals. This is it in slow motion. And next up we also have Po's down sig on the spear. You can see that Crane pops up as well and dashes in, dashes out. Looks pretty cool. Once again, he's got the golden glow and all the petals. Looks really nice on this one. So here we have Tai Lung. Obviously he has his scythe and his gauntlets. Here is what his scythe neutral sig looks like. Looks really cool. There's a nice blue power in it, kind of like blue fire. Here's what it looks like in slow motion. And now here's his scythe down Sig. Once again, he has this lantern that pops up that he kind of breaks for the blue flyer, and it also has like a bunch of like blue ground. It looks really cool. This side Sig is awesome. Here's what it looks like in slow motion once again. And next up, here is his down Sig, where he does the little grab animation. He has like a cool jump back with like his claws like digging into the ground, and then he goes forward and pulls it with a lot of that blue like wind and fire. It looks really cool. Next up, we have Tai Lung's gauntlets. So here is what his neutral Sig looks like. It looks really awesome. So this is what it looks like in slow motion. He jumps up from like a piece of earth from like the land, which is really sick. And it once again has like all the blue stuff that makes his signatures look really cool. And next up we have his side Sig, which once again has a blue sort of energy. This one looks really cool as well, and it has a really nice growl. This is what it looks like in slow motion. And now his down Sig, he has a bit of a unique animation when he goes into the jump back, and the pounce looks really cool. And this is what it looks like in slow motion. And this is what the down Sig looks like on a hit. I'll put that in slow motion for you guys as well. And finally, the last thing that they revealed is the Master Shifu KO effect. So in the first movie, when he goes and picks up all the dumplings, that is exactly what it looks like. This is the KO effect in slow motion. Looks really cool. Overall, I really like this crossover. It looks really good. I'll be making a bunch more videos on this crossover, like a bunch of single video reviews and a bunch of other stuff relating to it, as well as the weekly missions, all tonight. So look out for all of those videos. Hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll catch you guys then. See ya.